Alright, hey everyone. Welcome back to another Adventure Time on Adventure Week. I had kind of thought adventure games were getting a bit of a short shrift compared to a lot of the other ones that I've been covering, so I decided to dedicate this week, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get through this one, and the other one I've been doing is more of just kind of a silly, fun one, so hoping to do a lot more of those as well, but I want to kind of show the balance, get a bit of serious and a bit of funny. This one is kind of serious and a bit tongue-in-cheek. If you'll remember, in the last one we found Anita's body, the lady who was working here and gave us a bunch of information, and she was apparently radiation poisoned, so that's why I'm grabbing the suit and going in to investigate. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Here's the console.
There's a small monitor screen and some knobs.
Okay, open reactor door. Right in here. Get the little card.
It's an ID card, minus the security logo.
That's what I needed from there. Honestly, not sure if I need to shut the door, but I'll be a nice guy. Be considerate to the reactor workers. Put my coat back on. Okay. I apologize for the last episode, how I had to change the music a bunch. I hope it's not going to happen this time, but I would be surprised if it doesn't. Yep, there we go. So, just as a warning there. That's going to happen. I can fix it. Okay. Okay, so I need to use the ID card on the elevator to get the door open. Now I need to go back to the web. Alright. Sorry again. Okay. do it fast enough. I gotta do it all over again. Great. Well, I know what to do now. I don't know why I'd have to play this eyeball too. Don't ask questions, man. Just do it. Alright, go, go, go. See, I really don't get the point of that. But hopefully I'm going fast enough. Yes. Alright. So.
If that's you, Rob, listen carefully. You're the only one who can help. I was supposed to make contact with an agent from Hobart. Trouble is, the rendezvous was in a park on ground level. And now I'm a D-Link, I can't get there. The agent's name is Eduardo. I don't know how you'll get to Link. But beneath the city there are tunnels. The remains of the old subway. That could be a way in.
So she was working with someone to infiltrate. And who did I talk to that had no idea about what he was doing? It was the gardener who didn't know what color dandelions were. That's the worst. I'm not going to make anyone suffer through that.
Excuse me. Do you know a girl called Anita?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Why do you want to know?
She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral.
Can't see why you're telling me.
Excuse me.
Dick.
What's your name?
It's Eduardo. Why?
You're Anita's contact, right?
How come you know so much?
She left a message on her card.
Listen, do you know what's happened to Link?
I'm totally confused.
Link is a living, self-replicating organism. Originally, it served as an advisor to the Council. But it has gradually taken control.
How? And why?
We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check Link's growth. if we can get it into the system.
Will you give me the virus?
I can't. It's been downloaded to link space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shriebman port.
So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus.
No chance. It's bound to be guarded.
I can try at least.
Interesting. At least I have that port so I can finish the job. Let's see. This door's open.
Silence in court.
Yeah, I would rather have silence.
Security Services, Department of Justice, Inc. Judge Chutney presiding. Court is now in session.
Silence! I recognize that villain. An habitual criminal if ever I saw one.
That's Mr. Greaves, my lord. The counsel for the prosecution.
So that comes
Silence when you speak to me. Now, who is the first contestant?
Defendant, my lord. The case of Union Security Services versus Howard Hobbins.
Howard Hobbins. Come on up. Nice to see you, Howard. You're not nervous, are you?
Not really.
The defendant is accused of gross contempt and assault of a security officer.
Intolerable. What have you got to say for yourself, eh?
I've been framed, Your Honour. May I elucidate, my lord?
Go on, then, but hurry up about it.
Officer Blunt was investigating a complaint made against Hobbins. After questioning the defendant, he was the victim of an assault.
Ah, monstrous! Off with his head.
Just a flipping minute.
This is ridiculous.
Who's defending me?
Defence? Is he entitled to any?
I'm afraid so, my lord.
Upon my soul, whatever next? Who'd be silly enough to defend this wretch?
What? Did you say
Very
something?
well. Let's get on with round one. Fingers on the buzzers, everyone.
I wish to call Officer Blunt.
Call Officer Blunt.
Please tell the court what happened. Oh, I was assaulted. And is the culprit present in the court? That's him in the overalls. I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap?
We haven't heard the defence, my lord.
Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
This judge seems a little biased.
Now then, Officer Blunt. What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was saturated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
So you saw the accused pour the liquid?
I couldn't see anything. My eyes were full of water. But I'd recognize his laugh anywhere.
Just how well do you know Hobbins?
I've never met him before.
And yet you say you recognized his laughter.
I dunno.
Who lodged the complaint against Hobbins?
Objection, my lord. Defense is contriving to lead the witness.
It was a simple question. I wish to establish the seriousness of the complaint made against my client.
I shall permit the witness to answer. However, I'm awarding Mr. Greaves 5 points for a well-timed interruption.
So who did lodge the complaint?
It was Daniel Piermont.
What was Mrs. Piermont's grievance?
Cruelty to her pet dog. I interviewed Hobbins on 4 occasions, but he still hasn't confessed.
4 interrogations suggest harassment.
Objection, my lord. Officer Blunt is not the subject of this trial.
Quite correct. Objection sustained. 10 points to the prosecution.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to question the defendant. Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, man, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault, Howard?
Not me. I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
So Blunt's soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see. Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
At least he's honest.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Greaves, you may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man with no respect for law and order. I recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think Link is the cause.
Silence! I've heard quite enough of this nonsense. So it's time for me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, you've won tonight's star prize. Life imprisonment. However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service. Court dismissed.
Doesn't look like it was with much help there.
Hey, music lover. If you're looking for the best in sounds, I got 'em. The music of the spheres right here on Earth. So come on, get your fingers on my buttons. Let's make beautiful music together.
How offensive. Why they put voices in these machines is beyond me.
I'm all warmed up for you, baby.
Shut up and let me check the selections. Oh, Lord, it's mostly country and western.
Nobody's perfect.
Ah, there are 3 tunes by the Resident Band.
So, what's your choice, big boy?
You search but find nothing.
It's the remix. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, here, luckily.
Excuse me. Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Excuse me. Can you match my fingerprints to those on this glass?
Oh, yes. My machine will do that automatically.
It's not against the law, is it?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Don't security use them to check people's identities?
If they do, it's the first time I've heard of it. The usual procedure for identification of suspects is a retina scan at the post-mortem. Now, about these prints you requested. Open the panel on my machine and insert the glass. Then place your hands in the otodermatome.
Will this hurt, Doc?
Oh, yes. Quite considerably.
Oh, yes. Now I gotta go all the way back to the club. Epstein's Little St. James. So now that I have his fingerprints, the owner's fingerprints, I can get back into the secret room. Okay, let's see. Packing case.
That's too big and heavy to carry.
Dummy.
The grill is too firmly attached to pull from the wall.
It is. Oh. Let's use the wire cutters.
The subway. It's like a warren built by giant rabbits. I'd better not put my fingers in that socket.
What the hell?
That appears to be a light socket.
Get the right pixel here. Okay.
Uh-oh, the tunnel roof doesn't look too stable. That thing's alive. I wonder what it is. It's warm and throbbing with a tough skin.
Gross.
I can't slide it, push it, or pull it. I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster.
Now I've got a brick.
It's penetrated the outer skin. Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein. There's no way of turning it off. It's a medical robot.
Hurry it up. Things are getting a little bit creepy here.
Pulling the handle has loosened the grill. The grill will fall if it's stepped on.
Good. It's nearly there. No change there. The absorption rate is rising as expected. Ah, the steaming stuff of life. Nourishment for my little brothers. Gross. You are looking healthy today. Keep feeding and growing, little one. Fine progress. Primary growth phase is nearly complete. Another perfect brother. Soon you will be ripe for programming. So are they clones or robots? I guess if the security systems alive, they're kind of both. Time to bring him back.
How do you feel, Joe?
I'm completely operational, and all my circuits are functioning perfectly.
That's a relief. Is there any immediate danger?
If your presence here is detected, termination is more than likely. Negative.
What about the guy in the tank room?
Negative. The technician is an android. I advise you to avoid contact with it.
Are you really the Joey I grew up with? You don't sound like him.
That is unavoidable. My shell has a limited syntactic processor.
Oh well. At least you're not so argumentative. I want you to check out the tank room.
Please be more specific.
I want a detailed report on everything. Especially that android.
The android could be dangerous.
Exactly. I don't want to risk my neck.
Guess I better let him move. Do, waiting for a robot.
Give me a report on the tank room.
The growth tanks contain developing androids. Nourishment is supplied from a tank. The temperature is maintained by convection from an underground source. Access to the growth tanks is not possible.
Looks like maybe they started running out of processing space here. Tell me about the computer.
Access to the computer is denied.
Tell me about the android.
It is programmed to safeguard the developing androids.
Is he dangerous?
It's certainly stupid enough to constitute a threat.
Tell me about the nutrient tank.
The tank contains chemicals on which the androids feed.
So, without it, they'd die?
Affirmative.
Is there a way of draining the tank?
Manual evacuation is achieved by opening a tap.
That will distract the android technician.
Did it again.
Hello. I was not expecting a visitor. A puddle? The tank must be leaking.
Is he a surfer robot?
Humans 1, androids 0. The casing is thin, but very hard. There's a rubbery man in there. So that's how androids are created.
An android mommy has an android daddy, very much. They construct a big tube. Let's see. Door. Are you decontaminated?
You've saved me the bother of coming to find you.
I should have guessed you were part of all this.
Why do you think Reich had to die when he tried to kill you? Or that meddling girl who tried to help you escape? Link needs you alive, Overman. That's why it planned this family reunion.
Get out while you can, Rob.
Oh no, Joey.
Stop! Tell me what you want from me!
You won't be needing this robot where you're going.
Aha! Another ID card from my collection. Poor Joey didn't last long in that shell. I'll take his board as a memento.
Or you could just take it, because that's how you bring him back. No, whoops. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to go yet. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do either. That's the slot. A lot of interfacing. I guess that's why I have to blind the eye. I didn't know before, but now I know. I guess I have to use the card again. Because it went away so fast, it didn't even matter. But it does matter. Helix design, tattoo of cybernetics to combat the Caudal syndrome, checking the growth of blood tissue and spices. So that must be the virus. Okay.
Ha! The virus has caused the program to crash.
Now I have a flesh bit.
The tissue is frozen now.
Okay. Time to give Joey his final form. Start up. Makes more sense.
How do you feel, Joey?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft and curiously vulnerable.
That's because you're practically human.
And this feeling of insecurity is natural?
Oh yeah, you'll get used to it.
By the way, sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other androids.
Why not?
If they've been programmed, they'll terminate you.
I think you need a new name, Joey.
I concur with your observation, Mr. Foster. What do you consider an appropriate sobriquet?
I'm gonna call you Ken.
That's wonderful news, sir. Tell me, are there any memorable Kens in history? A Ken whom I might seek to emulate?
All the Kens I can think of were dorks.
Splendid! It will be my mission in life to make the name Ken synonymous with dorks.
Sorry, I call him Ken's out there. I was thinking it's because he looks like a Ken doll.
How do you like your new body?
It's wonderful, sir. There's just one thing.
What's that?
When will I be getting the accessories?
I don't know what you mean.
Ears, body hair, those little decorative parts?
You're better off without them, believe me. Thanks for saving me from the android.
My actions were the only logical course. What I cannot comprehend is how an android could behave in such an irrational manner. Why, it was almost as if he was human.
What did he mean by a family reunion?
Since your mother was killed, that leaves only...
My father.
You never speak of him, do you?
That's because I can't remember him.
Can't or won't, sir?
Are we close to Link's core?
Almost certainly, sir. I can sense its presence in a strange and mysterious way.
Like the old man. The pictures in the campfire. He saw it too. The evil beneath the city. And then he died with the rest of the tribe.
This isn't the time for remorse, sir. You must destroy the evil and avenge their...
Never mind.
Oh, this definitely looks like the end game.
The metal is solid and impenetrable. It's storage. For what, I couldn't guess. Place your hand on that lock sensor.
With pleasure, sir.
Hey, Rubber Man! What's wrong with you?
I appear to have a problem, sir. My hand has melted onto the door.
I don't like to leave you here.
I'll be free in no time, sir. Have you got an axe?
No, I haven't. Why?
You could have used it to sever my hand.
That's unthinkable. Still stuck?
I'm afraid so, sir. It's frustrating, to say the least.
Never mind.
That's the end of Joey. Let's see.
They serve as a ladder.
Using that. Rudy.
It's sucking and stretching out for nourishment. That's the last place I want to end up.
Let's give it some frozen flesh.
Yes, I've poisoned the sludge.
Sludge status. Poisoned.
This could be the second most stupid thing I've ever done.
Alright, this is it. We came in the wrong way.
Father?
Is that Robert? Oh, my son. Why did you come here?
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I did everything I could to stop you. You're in terrible danger. Get away.
I'm taking you with me. How do I disconnect you from the machine?
Listen to me. Link needs a replacement for my brain. And the best choice was someone related by blood. It sent Reich and his goons to bring you here. Link killed Reich when he threatened you.
But if Link wanted me alive, why did it wreck the helicopter?
That was my doing, Robert. I managed to wrest control from Link for a few seconds. Long enough to cause the crash. I hope to spare you my fate, Robert.
Ken, you're just in time.
I thought you might need a hand, sir. I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
Link has rejected me. And without it, I'll die.
Help me, quickly!
What do you want me to do, sir?
Give him the kiss of life.
I don't have to use my tongue, do I, sir?
Just do whatever you can to save him.
That was the wrong choice.
Are you all right, sir?
Do I look all right? Help!
Mr. Foster?
Foster is no more. I am Link. I am the future.
That was the bad ending. Shit. Oh, I guess I'll cut back to where I was before. So I'm back where I was before. And
Help me, quickly!
What do you want me to do, sir?
to do the real ending.
Sit in that chair.
Are you going to plug me into Link, sir? I hope you know what you're doing. Something is happening, I think. Yes, I'm gaining control. I found my destiny, Mr. Foster.
Can you ever forgive me, Robert?
For letting your machine kill my mother?
Please, try to understand. It was the greatest experiment ever devised. Tapping the unexplored depths of the human brain. The potential of the subconscious mind.
You fused with this machine deliberately?
It was a well-considered plan, my boy.
Well considered? It was nothing but megalomania.
I had a dream. The fusion process was an apparent success. But the computer shared access to my human failings. It learned of greed, of vanity. It reveled in the power it wielded. I was almost powerless in the hands of this monster.
Which is the monster, Father? The computer or you?
Robert. Oh, Robert. You were my only reason for wanting to live.
Father? Father! Too late. It's over now.
That was quick. It's a grieving process.
About the vacancy in the sewage grading plant, Howard. Perhaps we should assign the position to Gilbert Lamb.
Hello, Mr. Hobbins.
Hello, son. What do you want?
I've come to say goodbye.
You still plan to go back to the Gap?
Yeah, I've had it with city life. I'm certainly gonna miss you both. Why don't you come too?
We got enough to do. Getting Union City back to normal.
I reckon you'll make a great team.
Will you come back to visit us, sir?
I'm not sure about that, Ken. But I'll be thinking of you. Oh, by the way, Mr. Hobbins. Here's your wrench.
Thanks, son. I'll need that if Ken gives me any trouble.
Beat him.
Goodbye, friends. And thanks.
Guess there's no way to do that.
Be vigilant.
This game has terrible music. And so Robert Overman returns to the Gap. Alright, so that was Beneath the Steel Sky. Like I said before, there actually is a sequel. I think it kind of got mixed reviews, but I'm interested in checking it out sometime. And so we'll be taking on a new adventure game soon. This one was kind of short, even by adventure game standards. I could have kind of stretched it out to another one, but figured might as well end it now. And we got to see the bad endings. That was interesting. So I got it. Maybe I did the music. I guess this game was released as freeware in 2003, so anyone wants to play it, don't have to pay for it. Alright, well thanks for joining me on this adventure. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. It looks like the credits are just gonna keep rolling. So, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.